Hello?
Hey.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, Chris, we can hear you.
Hey, how are you doing?
How have you been, mate? Nice to hear your voice again.
Yeah, very good. How you doing, Steve?
Good, mate. Good. Excellent.
Hey, it's Chris Bear.
Who's that, Blake? Hey.
Yeah. Yep. What's going on?
Blake?
How you doing?
How are you, friend?
Man,
Very
it's
good,
been a long time. Been a long time.
Yeah, been a while. And how's everything doing? Good?
Everything's good. How's the progress with your property? It looks awesome.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Been a labor of love. You know, the details are really what get you, and you know, you just got to put the time in. There's just no way around it.
Yeah, the 24 karat gold fixtures in your toilet, I'm sure took a long time to pick out.
You know, actually, it's nothing gold here at all. It's all stone and wood, and trying to keep the rain out, because then you have to adjust for when it rains and it gets windy, because we're close to the ocean here. Not on the ocean, but close to the ocean. So
right.
On the other side of the hill, we get the wind from the ocean, and so you know, everything you built, you have to adjust for the rain effect. But everything's good. Great to hear your voice. Great to hear this new setup, and I'm really proud of you and really happy for you guys. Sounds wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. We've got a great team, and Dale should probably be back by now because he's our hostess with the mostest right now.
Okay, great. So,
I'm here listening to you guys. Hi, how are you, Chris? I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I'm sure looking forward to the housewarming party that you're going to throw. I think we should all be down there on the beach having a cold one day.
All you guys are big talk, but no action. The standing invitation is open.
All right. So what do you think about the team? The team that these guys assembled. Pretty good team, good crew.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I believe I know everyone. Over the years, I think you know, it's funny that the FX community is small and large at the same time. It's small in the way that you kind of attract to people that you vibe with, and it's large in that you kind of shut out people that you don't really mesh with. So I think most of the people here I've known for a long time, and I consider long more than 5 years. And yeah, I just had the pleasure of listening to the.
It's fun to work with friends. It's fun to work with friends, don't you think?
Yeah.
Instead of having a boss.
Yeah, and hopefully I'm not going to ruffle any feathers with my point of view today. I'm going to say this, that in my experience, you need to find what works for you and what works with your personality. Now I heard Steve mention that. Chris.
Well, you know, Chris, that's exactly what Jack Schwager said to me in an interview. I said, Jack, I said, what's the most important advice you could give a trader? He said, find a style that fits your personality. So
yeah, and I didn't know it through him. I actually learned it through the hard way of, you know, just failing, using other people's analysis or style or methodologies or just ideas.
Yeah.
And Steve had mentioned that I'm a scalper, and I'd like to talk a little bit about that, because
great.
I'm not actually a scalper in the way that most people would define it, and I'd like to discuss. Here's what I'm here to do. I'm here to sell you guys on a method, an idea, open-minded. Not I have no classes. I have no blog, no briefing room. I'm not selling anything other than a point of view and an idea that may contribute to your ability to see the market more clearly. And so
I therefore nominate you for the Nobel Peace Prize Award for humanitarianism.
Yeah, well, I do it because I've been fairly lucky, not because I'm doing it for humanitarian. I want to give back a little.
Yeah, I always knew you had a giving spirit, Chris. So, we're open, respect what you've done in the past, and really appreciate that you would take time out of your day and away from constructing your dream home to actually care. And so we're going to be watching and asking questions with an open mind. And I know that our community is excited and really they've been looking forward to hearing you. So why don't you just take it away? Anywhere you want to go, buddy, I can talk about anything. So go ahead.
Dale, let me ask you, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we've got it up there. You've got 15-minute euro yen, 1 hour. Looks like you're breaking down different time frames here.
Right. Okay, so what I'd like to do, I'm going to start with this chart. And this was a chart that I did months ago, literally months ago. And as the chart goes, you build it. This is Euro JPY monthly. And as I start to notice that the down starts to lose its power and then starts to move across, it starts to tell me that I can start to look for opportunities to trade both ways. And now trading both ways for me, so in that section there, I can trade both ways, and I can say to myself, hey, listen, I'm going to short certain levels at the highs and get long certain levels at the lows.
So you're range trading in the blue box.
Yeah, when I see this kind of price action start to occur. And what is this price action? A big down that smoked everybody, and followed by an across candle that says, hey, listen, these candles talk to me, and this candle says to me, hey, listen, I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm a bear or a bull, but let's find out. And this says, well, listen, I'm trying to go further down, but I can't, and I closed up here. But in relation to these other two candles, this is not the monster bull candle. So as I watch this, I see that there's an opportunity to trade in consolidation. Then what happens? I'm guessing, but I'm probably stopped out here on my 240, somewhere in here. What happens? There's a break up, and I'm stopped out, and there's this big, long bull candle. Now, I could very well be stopped out on my short and still long from here, from down here. So, because if I've been range trading, if I'm trading from this side and this side, I could have two positions on at one time and be thinking, hey, listen, I'm not a magician. I don't know, because a lot of people write to me, hey, Chris, well, Brazil, how do you know? You seem to know, and I just have to say it over and over again. I don't know. What I do is use the charts and use the candles, levels, and trend lines to give me a
roadmap,
an edge. Yeah, a roadmap and an edge. And I'm going to say something further. I don't know, and I don't think anybody knows. But we can, as you get good at it, as you spend some time doing this, you can get to the point where you can put the odds into your favor. And I want to talk of something else about analysis. I believe most FX analysis leads to paralysis, because you could make a case for all sides, and well, I think it's long end, but it's oversold, but it's overbought. So the EJ right now, it's overbought because it shouldn't be keep going, but it's still going. And you find yourself in those kinds of things.
Yeah, that's CNBC analysis, Chris. Right now you'd put this chart up on CNBC and they'd say, we're on the verge of a breakout unless it fails, but if the failure finds support lower and breaks out, you should go long unless it's negated again.
Right.
All right.
So look, but there is one analysis that I like, and that's using the monthly. Yeah, because you mentioned using a telescope and starting inward.
Right.
When this trend line, which is a serious trend line, this is a monthly trend line. When a monthly trend line gets broken, you have to respect that. And if you understand what happened here, this took a lot of energy and a lot of power to break up through here, and it closed here, right near the trend line. And then as it closed here, the next candle opened and came down and tested, which is very healthy, okay? Yeah. And it said, hey, listen, I'm going to try to go down, and it couldn't, and it closed higher. And then, you know, each one of these is a month, so this is a month's worth of price action, okay? Right. Battling it out. And it's telling you, listen, when this created this, okay, I put some charts up. I share charts a lot, and I said, listen, this is going down, okay? And it did. It came down into here. And then when it hit here, I said, look, this is going up. And when it's going to go up, it's going to go up here. Now, that's analysis, and that's all well and good. How do you trade it? So that's what I'm going to get to this chart here. And this is just a clean 240 from the low. Okay? And so once I have my idea that, hey, listen, this is going to break up, okay? And this, okay, so here at this level, this is where it tested the back of the trend line and just started to go up. So if I'm looking for longs, okay, most people are going to say, listen, I'm worried about once I get in, I can't get back. Once I get out, once I take some profits, I can't get back in. Well, there's a money management methodology so that you could get long in here, okay, and take half off when it comes up into this blue line. And you can use whatever moving average you want to use. You can use a 20, a 5, an 8, whichever works for you the best. I like to use this AMA, the adaptive moving average. Okay, and so when it gets up in here, okay, and I'm already long here, I take half off and I put my stop to break even, and what do I actually do? I look for a new entry. So this is ends up becoming part of a managed entry, a managed trade, and I just forget about it unless it comes out and takes us out. Now, as it goes further higher, of course, I move this stop. So I bring that stop. So what happens here? I'm looking for an entry, and what's really cool about this is that I work on each 240 candle. And my whole methodology is that I don't chase running. So if you look at this part here, this part is running. Okay, these three candles run. I'm not interested in these three. Now, a lot of Mo players and people normally are going to look at me like I'm nuts. You missed all that. But okay, listen, that's a style, and it's not my style. I didn't get an entry. All right, and I'm looking to control my risk for my next entry. This previous entry here, okay, it's already in the bank. I don't consider that a trade. That's just, okay, whatever happens. If I get lucky and my analysis is correct and it goes way up to here, great, I'm lucky. But, you know, that's all that is. I have no idea what the Bank of Japan is going to do. I have no idea what Trump is going to do. I have no idea what the ECB is going to do. I literally know that. And contrary to my tweets and my bravado in tweets, I am not an arrogant guy when it comes to the market. I know it's sort of like the ocean. You know, you can be on a 60-foot yacht, and you know you're a speck. Right. Well, that's how I feel.
It's a healthy respect of knowing that, you know, a rogue wave can come at any time.
Exactly, Dale. It's just for fun to say to write the stuff I write on Twitter, and it's kidding around. So what am I constantly doing? I'm looking for levels that allow me to enter, okay, with a decent stop loss, and I'm looking to get those entries, okay, based on the previous candle. So a lot of this in here, I might have been short, okay, and then I might have gotten long here and got stopped out, all right, and then it went to there. So I might have had from here to here an additional 5 trades, 6 trades, okay? And each one of them, I'm looking for longs and shorts. However, because I have this idea that it's a long, my shorts are targeted so that I'm looking to get 20 pips, 25 pips. And my longs are targeted to be extend further. So my longs
so
probably...
that's a pearl. So that's a pearl. When you're looking for counter trend trades, your objectives are much smaller because you have that bias and believe it's right.
Yes. And okay. And what ends up happening is that now let's go back to my original charts. What ends up happening is, because I'm looking at this on multiple time frames, okay, so this is actually what I trade from. This is actually it. This is a daily here, okay, Euro JPY daily. This is a 240, okay, Euro JPY 240. This is the 60 and the 15. This is actually what I trade from, okay, and nothing more complicated than this. And if you go back to that monthly, if you have this as a retrace, so this is your big A, and this is your big B, okay, your retrace, if you're going to get a normal retrace, is going to be up here at 124.82.
Right.
Okay, so 124.82, and look, I'm a big believer that the monthly guides the weekly, which guides the daily. So this chart, this candle here, has much more meaning than, let's say, a bullish daily candle, like this candle, okay? That monthly candle, to me, has a lot more meaning. So,
wasn't that monthly candle, Chris, actually have more meaning because you already had an established low and it was a reversal candle, unlike the original bottom that bottomed on a dark candle and moved sideways and up? Wasn't that really that candle right there is the best looking candle on the chart since it bottomed?
You know, absolutely correct, in my viewpoint also. And so what do? I look for levels, candles, and candlestick patterns, and trend lines. So and that's it. It's simple. And now listen, I know Blake uses fibs, and a lot of people use fibs, and I respect that, but I'm not a big fib guy. And you say, but what the hell are you talking about? Every chart you put up is fibs. Well, I use them to measure, but I'm not trading. I'm not taking trades or fibs. I'm taking the fib that I see that's clear to me, because also, if you ever noticed a lot of Blake's work or other people's work, they'll have clusters of fibs from different and multiple charts. Yeah, multiple charts and multiple time frames. And that's where it lost me, because I have the patience and the attention span of a gnat, so I just can't do that many time frames and keep going back to that. It just drives me crazy. So I just kind of use them on the bigger time frames, and I try to lay them out with the candles so that it kind of makes sense. So this candle was a danger. It's going. It was like a big sign.
You're digging yourself. You're doing Will Robinson's robot.
Yeah. A big siren. Yeah, a big siren. I'm an old guy. I got a young girlfriend.
We know why you're in Brazil. Go ahead.
So anyway, I believe the target here is the 382, and I believe that if you've done the work, okay, you're the 124.80. It says 82 here, but 124.80 looks like to be the target. So, and what does the market like to do? If you've noticed what the market likes to do, okay, it likes to take out levels and then retrace. So I would expect the retrace to be somewhere in here, okay, and so it'll take out this level, this candle here, okay, that candle. All right, so it's going to take out that high, and it's going to fail these unless some kind of news comes out, because this is what I call a chunk of traffic right here. This is a chunk of traffic, and it's going to be.
So you call supply traffic. Right.
Yeah, this is like a floor, right? It's going through levels. So for it to get through this chunk of traffic, these three big candles, okay, it's going to have some indecision and some apprehension, okay, unless there's some kind of driving news. Right now, this is as technical can be. There's nothing driving this. There's nothing more than the technicals are driving it, and I think there's 3 or 4 things that drive FX, and that's it. I don't make it a really deep and meaningful discussion. Now, however, it doesn't mean I'm not aware of it. I listen to a guy like Mark Chandler with a tremendous amount of respect and understanding, because he's covering probably 25, 30 markets. He's deeply informed, and he's just built up a repertoire of knowledge that you have to understand. By the time we get that knowledge, it's secondhand news. Okay, that means that secondhand news is already acted upon.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So I'm just not sure how I can use it other than as an understanding of what's going on with the market. Okay. So going back to this, I try to trust my charts. So here's my 60 chart, and if I had a long bias, let me show you all the candles that give me opportunities. There's a long. There's a long. Okay, so listen, buy it. The next candle, it closes, test down, buy it, set your stop, and forget it. And look, you're going to be right. You're going to be wrong. Now go back to what simple cash management and simple risk-reward concepts, and you should be able to nail this move and not worry about entry, so that you're able to, look, get long, okay, you're crazy, get short, you got paid and you still were wrong, you got paid here and you still were wrong, okay? There's a lot of ways to play this game, and what I'm suggesting, if you're a manual trader like I am, okay, here's one. Get short, you get paid, and unless you took your profit right away, where going back to my original idea, you didn't get paid, because there you go. You
were only looking for 20, even though it gave you 50.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever it happened to be. All I'm saying is, when you're dealing with a squirrely kind of pair like the Euro JPY, you just need to know how it trades. Now that leads me back to something else. And again, I'm not knocking what anybody else does. I just want to give an idea. Let's just say that you're a beginner, 2 years or less trader. Okay. In my opinion, from the many students that I've had in the past, I would suggest that you focus on 1 or 2 pairs or one product like a Wittick or whatever it is, and you put your focus on what that does and why. Now the whys are always going to happen afterwards. You're going to understand why after the price moves, because you're just not fast enough. Okay, your news feed is not fast enough. Okay, it already dropped. And then when the why comes, then you can say, hey, listen, that's a meaningful why, and this is going to extend, or this is a meaningless why, and I think that's just a retrace. So if you focus on 1 or 2 pairs, you can become an expert in what that pair does on each 15-minute, each 60-minute candle. I highlighted today's Euro JPY 240 close because it was very funny. It was breaking down, and it went all the way down about 15 pips, and then the last minute it went back up and closed as a bull candle. Okay, Now, if you're not aware of what the Euro JPY does, that's what it does.
Great presentation, Chris.
So I just want to talk one little bit more, and then we'll take some questions if you want.
Okay.
I just want to talk about this oil weekly. Okay,
Right.
I don't know where people get that this is bullish. I don't get it. I don't see. I love you, but I just don't see how you're getting anything from this chart that you say this is the clean out. This candle. This candle here, the clean out. My ass. Excuse my language, but are you kidding? That is a bear candle. That is a bear candle set up to look like a bullish candle with this stick. But understand when this occurred.
It's got a wick and a dark body.
Okay.
A wick and a dark body.
It's all body, and it's bearish. This is a bear candle. Okay. There is nothing to indicate that this.
Steve Volge
this retrace is over. So,
our candlestick guy, Steve Volge.
He's right.
I guess he would agree with me, but this is my interpretation of it. It's just again, it can fool people, and you hear all this stuff. It's time to get bullish and the fundamentals and listen, I have no clue about the fundamentals of oil. I have no clue. All my news is first.
It's black.
Not first.
It's black, Chris.
It's second hand, third hand, and fourth hand news. My news is so deep in the woods. I'm a know nothing, so I can only go by the information in the candle. And if the information is in the candle, this weekly is not bullish. Now, did it become oversold? Is 45 a price point that they're trying to defend? Blah 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 blah. Yes.
Yeah.
But I do not see this as a bullish. You know, in fact, if you turn this upside down, everybody would be all sorts of get out bullish that this is going to here. So if you've turned this chart upside down. So anyway, I just wanted to add that little bit, and then now I know I talked.
What a great interview and a great look, and really, and sharing your methodology and you know, you make it seem like, for many, that it seems so difficult that, you know, you can't learn experience. It takes time, Chris. I mean, you talk about newer traders and they're not quick enough. How many years would you say it took you before you became consistent in pulling money out of the market?
I'm going to say 4 years.
Okay, so you needed, it's like going to a university. You went to college for 4 years. So,
I had my wins, but I got to tell you, what would happen is that you do 50 good trades and 18 months of great trading, and then you blow up. You blow up with that one trade where you just didn't. And then you're hoping for it to come back, and then you're hoping for it to come back, and no, just when it retraces, I know I'm gonna, you know, you tell yourself that story.
Say that, yeah. Okay, so 4 years, you know, that I ask you that to give people realistic expectations. So, you know, for a college degree, it takes 4 years. Even if you want to be an electrician or a plumber, you're an apprentice, then you're a journeyman. It's a process. You can't learn it. It only happens with the passing of time. In our business, that time is screen time. So, right. You know, great coaching session today, buddy.
And you can excel that time. You know, you've got a lot of young guys out there that are just monsters. I mean, these guys learn at an exponential rate. I'm going to just say that I'm slower or older. I believe a lot of these younger guys and younger gals, some great women traders. Women traders are great too because they actually listen. I love women traders. So anyway, any questions or anything?
We know what you love, man.
I've seen you track it, and there's a friend asking for it. Your view for USD CAD.
Oh yeah, okay. 1 second. So listen, if you guys have followed my trading, you you've seen the charts that I put up is the love you long time trade, and my contention was that this. Let me fix this. Let me just take this out so we can just see chart. Get rid of this so we can just see chart. So I believe that this, we have such speed in the market today that this was all the known information drove this quickly high, and it couldn't go any higher, and that we've made a generational high unless oil goes back down
The 35.
The 30s again, and if oil goes back down into the 30s, this is going to drive to here. And if you followed any of Mark Chandler's work, you know that the other thing that drives the U.S. CAD is the interest rate differential on the 2-year. So you really got to follow. The CAD is a tricky trader, except if you don't listen to the chart. So look, when I saw this, I said it's going higher, and there's a good friend of mine listening right now. He knows this trade because we talked about it about a few weeks ago, and I said, look, I don't know about you, but I'm looking to get long. It's going higher, and it's going to take these out. Now, then if you look at this and you say, hey, wait a second, how high is high? Well, 618, 138.32. So, and then you have your little steeple here. So right now, I haven't seen anything. There was a little bit of a murmur on the daily, but so let's go back to the daily now because we've got those levels, and you had this one daily candle. All right. And that corresponded with the big buy on Friday of all the oil shorts covering. Yeah. Right. So look, you have to reconstruct what happened. You think suddenly Friday a whole bunch of guys said, you know what, oil's such a bargain here at 45, 43. Oh man, I gotta buy it. No, it's a whole bunch of guys coined, bank. Okay, it's time to cash out. I'm gonna. And those guys are shorter-term, shorter-minded traders. And so that's what created this candle, not any sort of buying spree. And now, again, that's my opinion.
Well, I don't know. I heard differently. I heard it came across Reuters that Steve Volge shorted it 10 pips from the top, and the whole world moved on. You didn't hear that story? It was on Reuters.
I actually don't follow Reuters, but they're smart to have Steve on there.
I dated myself. No one follows Reuters anymore. Okay, Chris. I trade with I have a ticker tape under this glass thing. You ever see those? That's what I use.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good.
Chris, it was great having you, man. I'm telling you, you're a great person that adds to the Twitter family of FX traders. I respect you and your work, and I think it's so cool that you're, living your dream, went down to Brazil, building your own home, and that you take the time to try and show people the way and pay it forward. And I want to thank you for taking time to edify our community today. We all really appreciate it. Everyone give Steve Bear at Brazil 61 your thank you. And perhaps we could do this again down the line, buddy.
Yeah, I'm always available unless I'm traveling, but great. It was really good. And Dale, I'm glad to see you staying strong and still fighting. Thank you so much, Chris. And may the pips continue to rain down on you and your house be completed, and you're a blessing to others. So I hope that you're blessed as well. So thank you very much.
And Chris, I just want to say thank you as well. I know I didn't get a chance to talk. I listened the whole time, but I didn't want to interrupt. And I just want to say it's great to have you here. And it's hopefully the next time you're on, we'll be able to communicate a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great, Blake. And thanks so much, and lots of luck. And really great. Really great. Okay.
And so Blake will send you a ForexAnalytix T-shirt for you to wear on the beach, buddy. All right.
Yeah, I want that. I want that T-shirt for the best training station. If only I could know how to fill out the forms, I would have did it.
Oh. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Hey,
Chris.
thank you, and thank you,
A pleasure
F.A.C.E
having you.
community, for your attention today. Thank you, Steve Volge, for another session of great analysis. I want to thank Grega for dropping in and within 10 minutes give you hours worth of analysis. EuroCAD, you're going to keep that on your radar. And want to thank Blake for coming in early. What a team. And wish I was down at Chris's house right now instead of Temecula, California. But remember, guys, most of all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. You're our trading family and community. And I look forward to working with you guys again tomorrow. Thank you, Steve, Stelios, Nick, Blake, Rega. I miss anybody? Have a great afternoon. Go enjoy your life. I'll see you later.